Hey everybody, Jace Allen from Rum Runner Guitars. Welcome back to the Guitar Dungeon. And today we're doing more 3D modeling with Vectric Aspire. Okay, so someone had asked me if I could show how to do the 3D modeling within Aspire rather than going outside of Aspire into a program like Blender to create the 3D contours for a guitar, instead doing it right in this program. So I had to do a little bit of research on it because I haven't done it before, but now I've got at least it figured out for the Stratocaster body, so that I can show you how to do it for the Stratocaster, and then hopefully you can apply that to other types of guitars. I'm going to do some future episodes. My plan is to do a full program and cut and build of a Les Paul style with the carved top. I'm going to do a Telecaster style. And then I'm also doing the necks for all these guitars. Next is going to be the neck for the Stratocaster. So I am planning more videos. So let's dive into doing the 3D contours for the Strat. So we're going to start with the belly contour. Now, if you remember that program that we had, or that file rather, the Fender Stratocaster 62 PDF from the Electric Herald. I can never remember the name of it. I can't remember if it's Guitar Herald or Electric Herald. I think it's Electric Herald. And well, I'll post a link. And then so you've got this file. This is the radius of the belly cutout, 7 3/4 inches. And then this represents sort of like a profile view of the belly cut. So there's a little bit of a 5/8 inch space where there's no cutout, and then it's relatively flat, but it follows that curve. So I don't know if I can show this. Let me switch to a full screen here. And what you have is this is flat. It's flat, but it's curved. So it's not curved this way, if that makes sense. It's flat. Now, your arm contour is actually curved. So that represents two separate challenges to get a flat carve and a curved carve, both on an arc. So what I did was I took this nifty little angle finder, put it on the guitar to find the angle of the belly contour, and just put it up against a protractor or whatever to find your angle. It's about 22 degrees. Let's go back. Okay. So that'll make sense here in a minute. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to drawing. We're going to create vectors, draw a circle. I've already got it in. Radius 7.75. Create. There it is. Close this up. And you can either kind of eyeball where it goes, or you can import vectors and import our Strat body back. That has, I don't know if you can see it in the preview here. Yeah, you can. That has the actual position of that. So you can import that as a separate layer, put your contour, put your circle up where it belongs. I'm just going to eyeball it for the sake of this presentation. We're actually going to move this to belly contour. Okay, so now we are going to create some 3D modeling. So we select our circle, and we're going to go into the modeling tab, and we want to create shape from vector outlines. We're going to use this angular profile. Our base height, we want to go No, actually this is 0. We want to set this to 0 and this to 1 3/4 right now, and then it'll adjust after. If you go to apply 3D view, you can see it. You see that it's going the wrong way, so we want to combine with other components. We want to subtract and see that it dips. Okay. And start new component. Go back to our 2D view. We'll select the component, hold shift, select the body contour, and then we'll come over here to, under modeling tools, split the selected component using vector. And then it creates 2 separate components. This one you can get rid of because we don't want to cut out all that. We just want the belly cut out. And then we're going to come over here to component A, and we're going to double click on that and see these parameters for some reason aren't correct. So we want to do 1 1/8. And then for base height, we want to go negative. This is where we go negative, and we want to do 625 5/8. And that should get us there. So then you click the component, toolpath, 3D rough, calculate, close, 3D finish, calculate, and then I do reset preview all the time. We'll actually move this so we can see it. And we do preview all sides. We'll see if we're pretty close. We're right on. There you go. So now I took the tabs out of the body contour, so if you double click on this waist, it'll disappear, and look at that. That is a perfect belly cutout. And then obviously you'll round this edge with you know, a sander, or you can't really do it with a router because of the way this is shaped, but you'll use your 7/16 inch, I think it is, all the way around. Then this is 1/8 of an inch, then 7/16 again, and then you smooth this off. There will be a little bit of a tool mark there, as you can see in this drawing. That will actually be there. You'd be surprised. So, okay, so now let's flip her around, and we'll go to the arm cutout. You can import vectors, bring in your Strat body front, which is this. Hit open. It's on its own layer, which is what you want. So you can position it there, and then these are your contours. So I think, at least from what I've observed, this one here matches my 1996 USA made Strat. So whatever, I mean, you can choose whichever one you want. That's fine. So I'm going to use this one. So I'm going to move this to my arm contour layer, and then I'm just going to shut off the layer, that layer. Okay. So now this is where things get a little tricky. And I'm probably not doing this the right way, but this is about the only way I know how. So we're going back to drawing tab, and we're going to take this draw polyline, and we're going to basically just extend this out. And finish there. Okay, and then that's selected, so we hold shift and we select that we want. And then we come over here to edit object join. Okay, so now that's a solid vector, and we're going to move that to arm contour. I don't know why this came back. I thought I shut that off, so okay. Why don't we make that a different color? Well, orange. That's good. Okay, so now you select that. You select the body outline. And then you come over here to Edit Objects, Overlap. Okay, see how it created? And you lose your outline, but you know, you can always copy it from the back or copy it before you do this. But you need this shape. That's the sort of the boundaries of where the 3D model is going to go. Okay, so now you want to draw a line again, and we're going to draw, and we want to follow this angle. So we're going to draw from here to about here, and then hit escape. Come over here to draw a line again, and we're going to try to get it so that this line is in the middle of these. Okay, and it'll make sense here in a minute. Okay, and then hit escape again. So you've got two parallel lines to each other. And then you want to do what's going to end up being your belly, your arm contour, which is this here. If this makes sense, this rail should be right about there. And then this is where your center should be. So then this rail should probably be right about there. Okay. And then your, what's going to be your profile, you want about you want too much flat. You want about maybe that much of a flat spot. And then you go to your arc and you create an arc here and an arc on this side. And then select the whole thing, come over here to join, close. Okay. So now you grab this rail, that rail, go to modeling, go to create shape by sweeping between two rail vectors, click use selection, make sure the arrows are all facing the same direction, and then click your profile, your cross section. Okay, then hit apply, and then see it created. And then you can see this is the flat here, and that's what you want. You want the flat to come up onto the top of the body. So hit start new component. If you want, you can adjust this a little bit. Go to transform objects under modeling to move. Click this, and you can move it till you get it kind of where you want it. That's probably good right there. That's probably good. Okay, so now you could probably just get rid of these rails if you wanted to. Get rid of that because you've already created the component. You select this, which we created earlier. Shift, select the component, and then come up here to clear area of selected component outside selected vectors. And there you go. There's your arm contour. So you select it, go to Tool Paths, 3D Rough. Gap above model should be 0. It's going to recalculate everything. And then you calculate. And then you do, close that out, go to 3D Finish, calculate. And now let's see if we reset preview, preview all sides. See how we did. Pretty good. Pretty good. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's actually very good. I'm good with that. It's a little thick here. We could adjust it more, but I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. See how the flat is up here? We may have created too much of a flat spot on the top of that profile. So you could make that a little bit smaller so it doesn't go flat as far before it starts arcing. But this is pretty good. This looks, I'm pretty happy with that. So there you go. That's how to do 3D modeling for the Stratocaster right within Vectric Aspire. And so we'll come back in another episode and do a Les Paul top, which is a carved top. And maybe that'll help with some people that want to do more of a carved top. And it doesn't have to necessarily be a Les Paul shape, but, you know, that'll help you. And then I'm going to come back and do some videos on necks. Next. So anyway, I'm Jace Allen from Rum Runner Guitars, and this is the Guitar Dungeon. Thanks for watching.